Hey everybody, I'm Hunter Newell, and today we're coming at you with a review on the Behringer u-phoria umc202hd USB audio interface. Let's get started. Let's go through some specs. So, as you probably know and can see from here, it is a 2-input. It has 2 microphone inputs and 2 instrument inputs. They're combo jacks, so they can take microphones or instruments. It has a pad on each channel, a gain knob for each channel, a line and instrument switch for different types of inputs if you're coming in line level or instrument level for each input. And it also has a direct monitor switch, which means it doesn't have to run through your computer and then through your DAW and then come back to this to hear it. You can just push this button and hear exactly what's going into it without any latency. It's got an output control for what it puts out for your monitors, which it has a left and right output for that, 2 outputs for monitors, a 48 volt switch that turns both inputs on to 48 volt power, the USB out, and a headphone amp with a 1/4-inch jack for stereo headphones. It's also got the control knob here for that. As for indicators, it has signal lights on both the channels and a clip light, and it also has a 48 volt power to show your 48 volt when it's on, this lights up, and then just the main power light. Let's review what's good about this interface. The pad button is a huge plus on each channel, so you don't, if an input comes in too hot, you don't have to have a direct box with a pad button on it outside of this. You just need this box. Another big plus is that it comes with a USB cable that's extremely long compared to usual interface cables that come with them. This thing can easily reach from one side of your desk to the other. It's pretty long, I would say probably 6 foot actually. My favorite thing about this USB interface is the cost. It is $60 on Amazon right now, which is pretty good compared to the $100 budget level other interfaces that are usually only 1 input instead of the 2. The build quality on this is pretty good. It seems to be metal all the way around with maybe a metal or a plastic ring, the silver ring, I can't quite tell. The face is very strong and slick, the buttons feel good, and the knobs have a good feel to them. The 48 volt switch on the back seems fairly strong, like it'll last a while. Overall, just the build quality feels very, very solid. This thing is bus powered, so you don't have to have any wall wart or anything going on besides just this plugged straight into your computer. It will run from the power from your computer on the 5 volt provided by your computer's USB. Now that we've gotten the good out of the way, let's run through the bad. The most noticeable and most important con as far as this thing goes to me is the noise. It is fairly noisy. If your gain knob is anywhere past 50%, there is noticeable noise that you can hear from the headphone output. You can get past this because you really won't need past 50% if you're just running inputs or hot guitar pickups or condenser mics in, because they will be hot enough and pick up enough to not need that. The problem exists when you try to use dynamic microphones, which I tend to like to use in my recording. Another downside to this interface is the headphone amp is pretty terrible. It starts putting out background noise at about 50%, and by the time you crank it up to 90 to 100%, it's hissing quite a bit. The sound quality on this thing is pretty exceptional if you can get past the added noise the preamps give. From a 1 to 10 rating, I would probably give this a 6.5. You can get by with this, especially if you're using it for podcasting, but I would not rely on it for music recording. It's time to probably step up if you're wanting to go for flawless and non-noisy music recording equipment. But as far as podcasting goes, I think you can get by with this just fine. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this review was helpful to you in some way. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below and I will get back to you. Until next time, this is Hunter Newell.
It's a great time to subscribe.